Hey Ross, where my money makes money. So, as you well know, I'm from Washington, D.C. I grew majority of my life in Southeast D.C., which is pretty known back in the late 90s and the early 2000s as a very, very low, impoverished, and violence-stricken area. Okay, not all of Southeast, but majority of Southeast. I have not went through my life as a victim. So here's a message. Stop going through life as a victim. I see it everywhere I go. Whether it be an exchange from one person to another, a person to a group, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, people go through their life as a victim. So, what am I talking about? You continue to use the way that you grew up as an excuse of your current position. Now, in this day and age, we have social media, we have technology, we have information literally at the fingertips, and we don't utilize it. Instead of, we use that information, we use that technology, we use that social media for solely of entertainment. It's much, much more. Stop going through life as a victim. Because now that you have been through the slaughter, you have been through the fire, and now you at a place in your life where you are very, very conscious of everything and everyone around you, you continue to play the victim. Oh, I grew up poor. Oh, no one ever gave me anything. Oh, the opportunities are limited. And we know the opportunities are limited for some of us. We know that we're not given the chances. But you have to create the chance. You have to create the opportunity. Whether it be something psychological as exercising the law of attraction, or is out there grinding, just like Damon John's book, Grind and Rise, or is it Rise and Grind? Look that up. It's either one of the two, inverted, converted, whatever, right? But you have to create a way when there's no way. You do, right? So if you go off the road and you say, well, how do I get back on the road? What if the road is 10 miles back? You may have to create your own road. You may have to create your own path because you're going through life as a victim. Oh, no one ever taught me about money. No one ever taught me how to save. No one taught me how to do this. Stop it. Stop it right now. Seriously, listen. So you search up everything in the world. When you want to know something, maybe you scrape your knee, or maybe you were looking for comedy on YouTube, or someone giving their own personal assessment of a situation on Facebook, and all these video clips and all these gifs. You go search for it. You go look for it. You go after the information. But when it comes to something that's going to convict you, that's going to show you yourself in the mirror, who you really are and what you're really not doing, you don't do that. You know why? You're going to feel guilty. Don't you hate when you come across something, you start reading it, you're like, well, goddamn, that's me. Then you stop reading it. Or you continue to read it, and then the moment passes. That is the time to act. Stop going through life as a victim. I grew up poor. I grew up homeless for a good part of it. I lived on the street with my mom for a week. I remember walking over my uncle's house. I want to say I was young, so probably about 2 or 3 miles, for 2 eggs to eat. For 2 eggs. I remember sleeping over my friend's house because we didn't have a place to stay. I remember getting put out my house. See, when people talk about hardship, I'm not saying my situation is better than any of you guys out there, because some of you have some remarkable stories that you bounce back from, and your stories are probably even horrible than mine, even though I got some great stories. I may tell them one time or two. But here's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not going to go through life as a victim. I'm not. You have to make a way out of nowhere. Well, I don't have money for college. Well, look up grant money. Google that. Facebook that. YouTube that. YouTube grants. Facebook grants, scholarships, anything that you can do. Do you know that some organizations give you money simply because you volunteered at your local Boys and Girls Club? Did you know that? There's some organizations, if you can show a record of volunteering any damn where, they will give you money. Did you know that? Did you know that if you have a knack in one area or another, you can collect courses? Stop going through life as a victim, because People come to this country from all over the world, Asia, Africa, Europe, South America, and they do better than us. You know why? In their country, they didn't have the opportunities. And on their continents, they didn't have a chance. Because on paper, a lot of things are given to everybody. And it doesn't matter your color, creed, or religion, or sexual orientation. It doesn't matter. Some of these things just needs your attention. It just needs for you to fill out something. It needs for you to research, just like you research comedy, just like you research all this mess on TV. And that's just my personal opinion, you know. All these different things that we give all our time to, we never take the time for ourselves. Stop going through life as a victim. And I'm not going to preach to you. I'm just going to teach you something. That if you really want to be successful, if you really want to do better in life, then the same attention that you give a boyfriend or girlfriend, a husband or wife, your children, your family members, your friends, social media. I'm just going to generalize social media. All the time that you give social media, I want you to give that time to yourself so you can stop taking that excuse and put that out of your pocket. Take that excuse out of the hat and stop going through life as a victim because you've been using it for far too long. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 30. I don't care if you're 60 years old. If you're still using that as an excuse in this day and age, that means you are not utilizing everything at your fingertips. If you have a cell phone, if you have a laptop, if you have a tablet, you have a way to reach to so many worlds. The only thing you have to do is Google it or Bing it or Yahoo it or Excite it. It doesn't matter what engine you use. There's going to be 1,001 websites that will come up with the information. And maybe one site or one link don't have all the information that you need. Sometimes I have to piece together information. Maybe I'm researching a new financial topic. Maybe I go to Investopedia, Investor Junkie, Money Chimp, CNBC, Money News Team, all these different avenues, all these different sectors, all these different organizations, just to piece together a 5 or 6 minute video for you to prosper, for you to get the information to do better. So stop going through life as a victim. Get off your ass. And you want to Google something, you want to YouTube something, you want to read something on Facebook, read How Not to Be a Victim and be more prosperous in your life. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Ring the notification bell so every time I release a video, you see it first. And the worst thing that I hate, and I hope that you hate, is giving your own self those damn excuses. Because now, you don't got no time for it. I'm out.